Hello there, this is Mike, Dezaras Prime, with the audio commentary for Doctor Who The Magnus Years Meet Ron. And there's the first green screen shot, which I've got a new laptop. I'm able to utilise green screen on this because my new laptop can play all the video files necessary. So, first green screen shot. I thought it was quite funny to put that in.
Why? Because you're in a very large room?
Yes, they're in a very large room. They are in my room. I needed a setting for this story. Wasn't really sure what to do it. Me and Insurgent talked about it. Insurgent's back as a doctor. Does another bang-up job. We just... He came up with the idea of Disneyland, which would have been a good idea, but then I'd have needed, you know, or a cliff top and a sunset or something like that. And excuse me, it would have been too much photoshopping and stuff like that, and I just thought at the end, I thought the ultimate cheat would be to just use no scenery at all, just set it in my room, Planet Gigantor, and that's what we came up with. Obviously when I wrote it I wasn't at home, that drowning the carpet bit, and here we go. The carpet is not going to drown in it, it's the shallowest carpet you'll ever see. But, and there he is, with a giant hair next to him. Now the editing on this is a bit awkward. It took me ages to... The audio balances are all wrong because it's live Movie Maker and I'm used to the old Movie Maker on my old laptop. So getting the balance of audio was difficult at times, and it'll probably be noticeable. It was just something that it's a new learning curve for me basically. Yes, I can do green screen and different effects like that now. I'm picking up new things, but on the flip side, I'm also having to deal with a different type of Movie Maker. It can be awkward, but it's okay. It's just the audio's a bit out of whack some places.
Magnus.
Think I know what's coming.
Run!
Thought so. More running.
The doctor says he's always saying run. You know, he hangs around with a truck now, as Magnus has just said. You know, it's not a stretch to just say drive.
TV that presumably doesn't work because it's down there under the giant desk while another giant
I have a lot of mugs.
Another giant desk.
And the doctor ditches him. Overall, I enjoyed this story. I enjoyed writing it, I enjoyed making it, but the thing is, I think I set the bar. I'm not an arrogant person or anything, but I set the bar a bit too high with Prime Crash. It's a good episode. I really enjoyed Prime Crash, and it got a lot of really good feedback, and the problem is, it was how to follow it. And this is a good story itself, I think, but it was just... It couldn't really follow Prime Crash, I don't think. If I'd done this before Prime Crash, it might have got a better reception. I mean, no one said it's bad, other people have enjoyed it. One friend said it's not as good as Prime Crash, the audio's problem and that. Yes, you find out now the Cyberman's emotions. But there was another friend that liked it as much as Prime Crash, and didn't think, he thought I was being hard on myself for this, because I'm still a bit disappointed with this episode.
But that means you have emotions.
That is correct.
There's a bit of a buzzing in the Cyberman voice. Sometimes it buzzes a lot, sometimes it doesn't buzz at all, sometimes it's minimal, like that. Yeah, the lining the picture up right. I don't have a tripod or anything, it's camera phone. I should pick up a better camera with a tripod so I can do that properly.
You were going to leave him to die, sweetie.
Yes, that's me voicing River's song.
Naughty.
But I'm a time traveller. I had plenty of time to get back here.
Sweetie?
Yes, dear? Oh, yes, dear.
You can see the CD that the TARDIS was on because they wouldn't stand on the bed. They just kept falling over because the ground was too soft.
Why hasn't the Cyberman killed you? Oh, that's right, I remember now. The Cybermen can't kill you, they just re-energize you. See? He would have been fine.
Hang on, Magnus. I'm coming down.
These are great toys, but they should have painted the necks. tried photoshopping that because the picture was out of sync again. I tried photoshopping the Doctor onto a plain TARDIS and a plain not TARDIS, and but it just didn't look right. It looked too fake.
Be careful, Magnus. Even though he can't kill you, he's still very dangerous. Not this one. He has his emotions. He wants to die.
What did you say?
Did you have to leave him up there? I wanted to teach him a lesson. Is that so wrong? Well, I'm not shouting up to him. I know. I'll text him.
Downloaded the keyboard noise for that. That's basically white blue tack or white tack.
You've got mayo.
I was trying to figure out for ages what the Doctor and Magnus's ringtones would be, and then after the Sweetie Damage thing in Meet Ron, I thought that just do
Why doesn't he...
I just thought use the sexy thing for all of it, for the message tones of the ringtones. My door's open, by the way, if you noticed, and it isn't in any other scenes. With a cloister bell.
Oh, his emotional inhibitor broke. Confused face, I think. Could be a not impressed face.
And the TARDIS, Miri materialising, causing a disruptive effect in the surrounding area. AKA, I didn't line my shots up properly again.
Take you back down now. I know what you're like with pay as you go. You'll run out of credit and come running to me for a $5 because you don't carry cash.
Well, I tried contract, but I kept overspending, and I don't have a bank account. On this planet anyway. Let's go. Okay, I promise not to bail on Magnus anymore.
Good, sweetie.
A lot of TARDIS shots in here, a lot of materialising, dematerialising. I just tried to, you know, cut back on all the effects, considering how out of sync some of the pictures are.
What's taking them so long?
They're married. What do you think is taking so long?
And we learn a bit of Ron's history here.
Sorry, I used to be very...
You've obviously watched the episode already. You'll know that he's called Ron, even though he isn't.
You're married?
Not anymore.
Oh.
That Cyberman toy, it's like one of the character building ones. It came in a 5 set that was exclusive to Argos. That's actually the Pandorica Cyberman, as you'll find out in the episode later. I just thought it would be a good little trick to use him.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking? A man's thoughts are his own. She does not need to know.
He's right though.
I said, your sister. You should have seen the look on her face. It was what you would say. Priceless.
There's really not much to say at these points. So I'm quiet for ages. It's just because I'm watching it and trying to figure out stuff. Think of stuff to say. Commentary tracks don't have to be constant talking.
I only said it to wind her up because she was annoying me.
Then what happened?
She was designated cool with it. Until she said, but if I had a sister... That was when I decided enough was enough and deleted the...
Still a bit of Cyberman in him.
A year later I was enrolled
programming wise.
and left planet Earth.
There we are, see? Up, down, up, down. So I don't want to do it on the Cybertron set because it's just basically background, it's space, it doesn't really matter. It's not as noticeable.
Anyway, Magnus, you know you shouldn't text me. You know
And you know what he likes to just jump about a bit, and that's kind of become his signature on this.
River for a favour because I don't carry cash.
Well, don't bail on me then. And don't get in trouble with your wife. This Cyberman was just telling me about his.
Oh? Was she as bad as River?
Worse.
But you don't know River.
Your point being...
Sweetie, I can hear everything you're saying.
Sorry, dear. Now, where were we?
This does take place after the wedding of River Song.
Wants to die. Why do you want to die?
My life has no meaning.
Basically, the way I've worked it is because Magnus doesn't appear in the stories with Amy and Rory and that, and because they don't appear in his as of yet. I could do, I suppose. They
It's not your fault.
just
It's not your fault.
basically the Doctor He recruits Magnus to join him, but whenever Magnus goes on a vacation,
Actually, they are
big DVDs.
really big.
And check out the size of that Xbox.
I did this bit because I wanted to break up the emotional stuff, put a bit of humour in there.
Back on topic?
But back to what I was saying about why Magnus isn't with Amy and Rory and stuff, and how to bypass the whole, canon issues. Basically, everything the Doctor does with Amy and Rory, and whoever he chooses as companion, which will go the same with Jenna Coleman's companion, he hangs around with them and he does everything with them while Magnus is on vacation.
But my name is not Ron.
No, it's just called him Ron.
Rodriguez. If you call me Ron, you would be falsifying my
So that's basically how that goes. So Magnus will go on vacation for 2 weeks, the Doctor being a time traveller, does all this stuff within the space of those 2 weeks.
No lying or falsifying.
I haven't actually put that in an episode yet. That's not actually been explained, but, that's how I work it out anyway.
We had docked for supplies. We had diminished our supply of mint chocolate chip ice cream. We landed our ship at Iceland.
Iceland? The country or the planet?
A supermarket on Pluto. We were armed in case of rabid cartoon dogs, but
Disney
didn't
reference.
realise a Cyberman colony had settled there.
What happened then?
I do not remember much.
Now this was the problem.
I remember waking up.
This is where the audio was worse because I hadn't figured out the music to video balance on the audio tracks.
Prepare him for the upgrade.
I also tried doing different pictures of voices for different Cybermen, but it didn't work. They all sounded the same once I'd ran the Cyberman effect over it.
Along with your other emotions.
Deleted? You mean like on Facebook? Because I ain't ever adding you with that attitude.
Spacebook, I heard that on
Great, now we're
Robot
speaking.
Chicken Star Wars. I think Breckin Meyer mentioned it as Boba Fett. It was in like the deleted scenes at the end of the second one, and he was like, MySpace, My Face, Spacebook and all that, and I just thought, I'll run with Spacebook, that can be what they use as Facebook.
Devoid of emotions.
But I don't want to.
Even though Ron's human and would technically have Facebook.
Strap him in. Commence upgrade.
No! Please!
And
Superman!
there's another green screenshot of Superman, Lego Superman. I had this idea to use Superman because I've seen so many times on so many things where people shout "Help Superman," and I had to go over that again because the line was too quiet, so I had to dub over it. But back to what I was saying, yeah, the amount of times I've seen on things and they're like, "Help Superman," and there's like one scene on The Simpsons where Homer's praying, but he's praying to Superman and not God. Superman never shows up, so I just thought, why not? I'll have him show up. So yeah, Superman's been established within our mythology now, within my little continuity.
Nothing. And now you shall be upgraded Superman. You will become a Cyber Superman. Or a Super Cyberman. Whichever sounds better.
Wait. You upgraded Superman?
An upgrade was attempted.
And?
It was, as you would say, an
Yeah.
epic fail.
And what
Can't
happened
cut
to
into
you?
Superman.
I was initiated into a rigorous training regime, a little like that training scene from Rocky IV, only not as lame.
To be honest, I haven't seen Rocky IV, but I haven't heard great things about it.
In the Pandorica.
Oh, I remember you. You electrocuted me and tried to convert Amy.
But you were stabbed by my daddy.
The Roman is your father?
Yes, and Amy's my mummy.
I thought daddy and mummy would sound so much
Well,
better than mother and father.
Magnus?
Well, when a man and a woman love each other very much.
I am familiar with the human reproductive system. I know how babies are made, but I mean that they appear to be a little young to be this woman's parents. No offense.
Much taken.
Look, it's very complicated and difficult to explain and stuff.
And you
I love ending Technobabble with stuff.
Yes, very complicated
Yeah.
and stuff. The question now is, how did you get here?
Once I released myself from the
I will have plenty to talk about in a bit.
It was hard
When
to
Croton's
find
mentioned.
I travelled the galaxies looking for some way to be deleted. I tried threatening other species, hoping they would kill me, but they just laughed at me. I even attempted to initiate what you would call bitch fight.
Bitch fight. That's about as bad as my language gets in these. Now I'm gonna have to play this back. I don't even know. I don't think I've swore in this. I don't swear in these ones, except for that bitch fight remark.
It was my intention that I wouldn't be seen and I would be stood on, instantly crushing me and ending my existence.
I see. So the question becomes, what to do with you?
You must
Have you noticed, aside from my bed, the story has taken place mainly in that position, but that's only because at the other side of my room are my Transformers, my DVDs, including Transformers, Doctor Who and Superman DVDs, so it was going to be, I had to keep them hidden, especially when the big DVDs thing, I had to put a bunch of other DVDs in front of the ones and move the ones that, like the Transformers ones.
Of course. I contribute.
Yes, I know. Your leaning is really top-notch stuff. My point is, you can't help inside, and River's still supposed to be in prison for killing me, even though she didn't actually kill me. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I could do with an extra pair of... Oh.
But I... Look at the size of that fridge.
Yes, it's huge! And it's a mini-fridge! It's a huge mini-fridge!
Or a mini-huge fridge.
That as well! So, Ron,
And it's my mini-fridge.
Will you come with us?
I do not think it would work out.
But I've travelled with a Cyberman before. Do you remember me talking about Croton?
Yeah.
Croton, he
Well, we can go and visit
was
him.
in...
You can all meet him.
He was a comic book character in Doctor Who. He was a Cyberman, and he, on Telos, yeah, he had emotions. He was a junior cyber commander, but he had emotions, and he even helped the colony of humans by killing his own people.
I am an actual doctor.
And Croton then left Telos and set off in a spaceship, wandering the stars, waiting for his fuel supply to run out. He ended up on some sort of ship, and it was a tour ship, and these people were stuck in a time loop. And breaking the time loop would cause them to die, but Croton did that to put them out of the misery. And then he ended up with a doctor, I can't remember exactly where, but he ended up with, it was the 8th Doctor, Paul McGann's doctor. He travelled with Paul McGann's doctor, and then eventually he, they ended up on Paradost, where Doctor and Croton met the Master, and there was someone else, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but there was this big battle about who would get to control or something like that. It was like a chosen one type thing, and they thought it was the Doctor and Master, but it wasn't. It was Croton and this other guy.
Like now.
And Croton, whilst on Paradost, he didn't have his memories of his past life. He was too scared to use them because of to regain those memories in case it broke him. Because you know what happens to a Cyberman with emotions if they remember stuff. And there's a Cyberman conversion chamber. There's a brief glimpse of it in Prime Crash. So yeah, Croton got his memories back, and it turns out it didn't affect him as bad because it was better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all, and all that stuff. And he won this duel with this other guy, and he remained on Paradost. And that was it for the Doctor and the Cyberman thing, so I tried adding a effect over that snoring, but it didn't work. No, basically that's the story of Croton. We will see Croton at some point. If you've watched this episode through without the commentary, then you know you'll know that they're on the way to see Croton. There will be a bit of a stop, but you know it can it's time travel. It can, the mini episodes coming up could take place before this. Well, Ron doesn't show up in them, so. Ring ring. Music in the background. It's a different version of the 8th Doctor theme because the 8th Doctor theme for the movie was really short, only about a minute and a half long. And I wanted something that lasted longer for the credits. And this is a bit It's actually a bit more epic, I think,
Yeah,
than the
we got
original
tiny desks.
8th Doctor
Oh,
theme.
sorry,
I think it was used for audiobooks, I'm not sure.
Yeah, so
But
Crocodile's in
I do
trouble
like
and
it's
I
a
have
good
to help
theme,
him.
this.
It sounds pretty bad and dangerous. Fancy extending your jailbreak a little longer?
But I just like the 8th Doctor theme so much. That's why I went with that one for this and the whole classic intro sequence.
Geronimo!
Bit of a cut there. I'll fix that for the next one. And here we go with the really long credits. I won't often do this. Most time I'll just use all of the voices by and do it like that. But it's a bit of an extra long episode, I thought I'd go for the full length credits. I played Superman. I joined Christopher Reeve and Dean Cain and Tom Wellingham, Brandon Routh in that elite group. No, I don't really, but I like to think that way. Yep, music property to the respective owners, just so I don't get sued. And we'll return in. I did the intro and the credits on the other laptop quickly because it's finished.